Welcome to the Early Morning Light Podcast. I'm your host, Tracy Early, and on this podcast, I share life-changing tips, tools, information, motivation, and inspiration to bring light to your life as you tune in week after week. Man, it's really nice outside here in Cincinnati. Really great weather. That heat went away for a little bit today, and it's just slightly cooler. I've been out in the outdoors most of the day, and it's just been great. So it's been a really good day. I hope your day has been great. I hope you are enjoying some great weather like we are here in Cincinnati. On this episode, I want to title this one, Adjustments Over Excuses. Let me say that again. Adjustments over excuses. I'm going to share a story of a situation that I encountered recently that was a personal thing, but I just believe that a lot of times in life, we make excuses where we could make adjustments. Yeah, we make excuses in situations where if we were just to make some minor or maybe some not so minor adjustments, we wouldn't even need the excuses. And you can probably think of areas in your personal life, maybe in your business, in your relationship, maybe, I don't know, in your finances. Maybe you're making some excuses for how you're spending, how you're managing your money. It could be excuses for how you're interacting with people that you care about. Maybe there's things that you should do and you're not doing them for whatever reason, and we make excuses that maybe we're too tired, or maybe we're too busy, or whatever may come up. And then there's also areas like fitness, where we all know that there's certain things that we need to do. We need to eat right. We need to exercise regularly. We need to get proper rest. There's all the things that are basic things that we all know we need to do. Maybe we're not like fitness enthusiasts and we don't know all the specifics, but we know at a core level that there's some things that we need to do that maybe we're not doing. And this is not intended to make anyone beat themselves up or be super critical of yourself. That's not what this is about, because I'm in the same boat, in the same situation, where there have been times when I've made excuses when I should have made adjustments. So I'm going to call this one not excuses, but adjustments over excuses. And here's why. So recently I started running again. I've enjoyed running. I'm not like a cross country runner or a long distance runner or anything like that. I usually get up to 3 to 5 miles or more, or slightly more, but not much more than that. 3 to 4 days a week when I'm regular. And that just feels good. I enjoy the process of running. I'm not a big runner in the cold. So in the wintertime, I like to take it inside. And we all know the treadmill is not quite the same. And I've had the doctors suggest that you not run, or at least not run for extended periods of time because of certain, knee pains and back pain, things like that. But just recently I started running again. And I just told myself, I said, I'm just going to, because I do get some knee pain. I mean, I'm 51 years old, and I know that's still young. I should say 51 years young. But, the reality is that, sometimes my knees don't like the pounding of running or anything that's pounding, jumping, anything like that. I like to play hoops too. So, but, sometimes I have to limit that. But anyway, so I decided to start again. And, today I got about 3 miles in. I stopped once, maybe twice. I think I stopped twice, just for a minute, but the rest of it was just a straight run. I ran for the first mile and a half, and then I stopped a couple of times and finished out with a run for 3 miles. But I told myself, I said, and this has been what I've been doing for the last 2 weeks, is I'm going to just slow it down a little bit. I'm kind of competitive. So I like to push myself to go a little bit faster, get a decent pace. I like to be at least under 9-minute miles. I don't know, but I said, I'm just going to slow it down. And I literally did 12-minute miles, but it was constant. It was just a straight out run. I ran for most of the time. And I've noticed over the last couple of weeks that I haven't felt, and I should probably knock on something, but I haven't felt any knee pain at all. I've been stretching well. I've actually been doing more leg work in the gym, just to, and even some balance work, things like that. But the reality is that there really is not any pain. There's no pain. And the only thing I did different was to just make the slight adjustment to just slow down a little bit. So it's more of a quick jog, like a faster jog is what I'm doing. And there's no pain. And I'll be honest, it just feels good. The weather's been good, like I said, and it just feels good to be outside running. I'm not a huge fan of the treadmill, running inside. Some people like that. It works for me in the wintertime. Maybe this winter, when it's not too bad, I'll try to get out and and run in the cold a little bit. I don't know. That sounds crazy as I think about it. But anyway, but my point is, I made a slight adjustment to run a little bit slower. And I didn't need the excuse so far that I can't run because my knees hurt. And how many of you have said that? And maybe you got some knee issues that are more severe than mine. I'm not talking about anyone in that situation, but I'm wondering if you're someone who likes to run or exercise, I don't know what it is, and you're telling yourself, I can't do it because my knee is going to hurt, or my back is going to hurt, or I don't know, whatever the excuse may be, if it's not anything, severe. What if you made a slight adjustment to what you're doing? Because here's the reality. I'm not a long distance competitive runner who is training for any, long distance running competitions or anything like that. I just want to stay in shape. I want to keep my body moving. So I don't need to run any faster than I'm doing. I have other forms of exercise that I can get, but I enjoy running at least a little bit. And that minor adjustment allowed me to complete the run that I set out to do for the last couple of weeks. And I'm believing, I'm praying, I'm believing that I'm going to be able to continue. I'm going to try to continue to take care of my knees, do my stretches, ice a little bit, all the things I need to do to make the adjustments so that I don't need the excuses, so I can have adjustments over excuses, and I can do the things that I want to do without the excuses getting in the way. So I say that to you and to me to encourage you to take a look at the areas in your life where there's things that you know you need to do, things that you really want to do, but you're making excuses. But there's things that you're telling yourself that you can't do it because you don't have the time, or you don't have the energy, you don't have the finances, or I don't know what it is. I don't know what your excuses are. Those are probably some of mine that I've had in previous years. But my assumption, my guess, is that if you just make some slight adjustments, like I did, slow it down a little bit, you can get to those things and do those things that you really know you need to do, or you really, really want to do. Because we all know that it's very easy to make excuses. It's very easy. That lets us off the hook. When I was saying my knee hurts if I run, if I run, actually what I probably said at times is I can't run because my knees are bad. I don't have any severe or severely diagnosed knee issues. There's probably something going on, but the reality is that I can run a little bit. I can slow it down, and I can get a steady 30-minute run in, and I can be okay. So what are those areas in your life where you can make the adjustments so that you can live the life you want to live, achieve the things you want to achieve, feel the way you want to feel if it's health and wellness? What are the adjustments you need to make? And I just want to encourage you that, to come on this journey with me. I'm looking for other areas in my life where I can make small adjustments over excuses that I've made in the past. And I'm probably going to sit down. I know I'm going to sit down and write out some of those areas. I have a notepad right here in front of me. I'm going to look at the key areas of my life and just ask myself, what are the excuses that I'm making? And what are the adjustments that I can implement over the excuses so I can get these things done? See, I'm believing that everyone that's listening today, you've got some areas, you've got some things where you can make adjustments over the excuses and your life will be better for it and because of it. I know you can do it. I mean, if I can, I know you can. And I'm excited about not just the changes that I'm going to make, the adjustments I'm going to make over the excuses, but the ones that you're going to make. And my hope is that maybe for some of you who I interact with regularly, that I'll hear some of the stories of things, the adjustments you've made, because that's motivating for me to hear that other people are on this journey with me, because excuses, my friend, I believe can hijack our goals and our dreams and the things that we really want to do. I know I've done it, and maybe I'm the only one, but I don't think so. So I can't wait to hear from some of you guys, some of the things that you're doing as you're choosing to make adjustments over excuses. This is Tracy Early. Thanks for tuning in to the Early Morning Light podcast. Please like this podcast on your platforms. Invite your friends. I look forward to sharing more light in your life in the Early Morning Light podcast. Talk to you soon.